Welcome to my 8-Bits. This is my review of Sonic Generations. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega's blue mascot created in 1991 to rival Nintendo's Mario, has turned 20 years old this year, and Sega has released Sonic Generations in order to celebrate the occasion. Though Sonic has had his failings, Sonic Generations reminds us how great the franchise can be, and reminds us how he lasted so long in the first place. Sonic Generations, like most Sonic games, has a very light plot. A mysterious new enemy called the Time Eater sends Sonic and his friends back in time where older modern Sonic meets the classic Sonic of the Genesis days, and the two go on an adventure in order to set things right. Though it only contains one huge twist at the end, Sonic Generations' story will keep any Sonic fan engaged with its many nods to the franchise's history and some genuinely funny dialogue and cutscenes. Sonic stories have gotten more lighthearted since the disaster in 2006, but this is the most comical script that the game has had yet. Gameplay is split between classic Sonic and modern Sonic, and though you'll be platforming as both, the difference in mechanics and level design is radically different between the two. Classic Sonic gameplay is entirely 2D side-scrolling and very reminiscent of the games on the Genesis. You can only run, jump, and roll, and these basic abilities are enough to take you on a very enjoyable romp through the game's levels. These levels tend to be slower paced and more focused on precision platforming. Conversely, modern Sonic has almost too many abilities: drifting, sliding, quick-stepping, wall-jumping, light-speed dashing, stomping, etc. And even though so much more is available to you, it never feels overwhelming. Modern Sonic gameplay is all about speed, and the main focus of the level is trying to ferret out the quickest way through while maintaining the breakneck speeds provided by your boost gauge, which fills up when getting rings, doing tricks, and beating enemies. Though not as elegant as the classic Sonic stuff, modern Sonic provides more of a thrill and a rush. Each style of play feels right and tight, and it's a blast to play as either Sonic. There are 9 separate zones in Sonic Generations, and each one of those is split between a classic and a modern half, making 18 unique full levels in the game. Each zone is very distinct and full of personality, and each is memorable not only as a throwback to the classics, but in their own right. Though the levels do differ in quality, and everyone will have their favorites, there are no duds, and each one is thoroughly enjoyable. And each one is huge, with many branching and intertwining paths, leaving lots of room for exploration and trying to find the quickest route. The classic levels will at one moment test your platforming chops, and at the next be almost pinball-like, while the modern ones dare you to try and go faster every time you play them. There are also 3 rival battles and 4 bosses. The rival battles tend to be quicker affairs where you fight another hedgehog from the Sonic mythos, usually while running and looking for the opportunity to strike. The bosses are grander affairs that are more about finding how to reach a clearly defined weak point and attacking it. Each of these battles is also very fun in their own right, and the rival battles especially are a joy to replay whenever you should feel the urge for a quick skirmish. Though you can probably race through the main story in 5 or so hours, Sonic Generations has a lot more content than just the 18 main levels. There are also 90 challenge missions to complete that alter the main levels to either focus on one particular gimmick or make one area of the level harder to complete. Each and every one of these challenges is fleshed out, and though you'll have trends such as doppelganger racing or using the ability of one of Sonic's friends, each feels like a genuine and unique challenge unto itself. And it's a testament to the level and challenge design that only a very small handful of these ever feel like a chore to get through. Each main level also has 5 red rings hidden in it to collect. Finishing each challenge or getting each ring gets you collectible art or music. And what's great about collecting this game's music, aside from its quality, is that every track you collect can be played in any level or challenge. The game can easily take over 10 hours if you want to see all it has to offer. If you hadn't noticed by now, Sonic Generations is an absolutely stunning game. Aside from just the overall design of the levels and the way they speed by when going your fastest through them, the attention to detail is phenomenal. Each level is drowning in personality, and the animations of everything from Sonic to the enemy robots is very expressive and enjoyable to watch if you take the time to do so. Despite some slowdown, the game also runs at an amazing pace, but it never feels so fast as though you feel out of control. The game's soundtrack is equally, if not more so, tremendous. Sonic Generations does for the Sonic franchise what Smash Bros. Brawl did for Nintendo franchises. The main soundtrack is absolutely beautiful, taking some of the best songs the series has to offer and remixing them to perfection. The Death Egg Robot has never sounded so sinister, or Running Through Green Hill never sounded so exciting as they do in this game. The collectible songs you get throughout the game, while not remixed, highlight some of the best songs in the franchise through its 20-year history. Though every game since the abysmal Sonic 2006 has gotten better, they've always been good but, or good except. Sonic Generations is a flat-out great game, and a terrific Sonic game. If you are any type of Sonic fan, a long-timer, a fresh face, or someone who used to be before the series started to suck, buy this game. It may have taken 5 or 10 or however many years, but Sonic the Hedgehog is once again on top of the gaming world, and his fans can be proud for supporting him over the last 20 years. Sonic Generations gets a 9 out of 10.